back to open this drive. It's 2nd and 12.
Here we go. Ready. Wide 80. Wide 80.
Taylor wants to throw it. Oh, they're after him. On the run, deep down the right side. He's got it way down the field. Touchdown, Trojans. He got a step and just dusted the field. He'll try to tack on one more. The kick is up and good and put one more on the lead. Aggressive play calling on that drive. Just 2 plays, they get the long touchdown pass to pay it off. And he'll just take a knee, and this drive will start at the 25. The drive starts from their own 25-yard line. Here's Carr to throw. Just too much mustard on that one. Can't miss the target that badly. Cross-country rivalry between these old foes. It started because Newt Rockne's wife wanted to go to California late in the season, and the next chapter unfolds today.
That sounds perfect. If my wife wanted to do the same thing I would do. Happy wife, happy life. It's always interesting to hear how these rivalry trophies come about, but I know one thing. USC, Notre Dame, every year, Palmer, is appointment television.
It is. My brother, Billy, played for Notre Dame, and I'll be honest, I used to get jealous watching him play against the Trojans, whether it was at Coliseum or whether it was at Notre Dame. This is one of the best rivalries in all of college football, and one that I wish I could have been a part of.
Decibels rising as the crowd gets behind this defense on 3rd down. A quick completion to the left, looking for the first down. They'll make the stop about 3 yards short of the first down.
And I love the discipline on defense right there. Big 3rd down. So everyone keeping their eyes on the quarterback, rallying to the ball, making...
Hold on a minute. The offense still out there going for it in their own territory. 4th down, Carr. Unloads to the wideout. Makes a catch. First down and maybe a lot more. There he goes down the right side. And he ran away from the crowd, and he'll take it in. Touchdown, Fighting Irish.
This guy is so dangerous because of his speed. He can take the top off the defense, and he did it right there on the post. Great arm talent, getting the throw out in front of him. It didn't matter how many DBs they had deep on that one. I don't think they could have stopped.
Fielded in the end zone. It's Williams. That gamble did not pay off as they bring him down at the 12-yard line. Opening play of this drive comes from the 12-yard line. On the ground, it's Riley. Just a pickup of a couple out to the 15-yard line.
I think there's a couple schools of thought in how you run the football and how you throw the football. Like some people say, I run the football to set up the throw, right? To get people aggressive. But this offense kind of took it the other direction, right? They came out throwing the football, now soften them up. Now let's see if they can start to get that ground game going.
Finds just enough daylight to work his way up to the 19-yard line.
And it's not sexy, and it's not these long plays all the time. But this QB does such a good job of picking up 4 to 5 and making it where you're always ahead of the sticks and just letting you know.
Intercepted, and the defense has set him up. Got some room to run.
I tell you what, it puts you in a tough position when you're backed up inside your own 20 trying to come out. But when you're a defense and you can force a turnover and you already set your offense up in scoring position, they are going to be extremely happy, and that offensive coordinator is going to look extremely smart.
Came through like a shot and knocked him down for a loss of 5. Defense looks as if it's coming. after getting knocked in reverse. It's 2nd and goal from the 15. The run up the middle, looking for the score. He's dragged down at the 12 as they try to cash in on this red zone opportunity.
And this defense sold out for the run. I love it. Physical, downhill, 2nd and goal. Nice job getting the stop, forcing the 3rd down.
Time winding down in the quarter as they come to the line. And after the tackle, that will bring us to the end of the 1st quarter. As we head to the quarter break, it is USC holding the lead. And we've reached the end of 1. Before we move on, let's take a look at our stats so far. Lots of time left, and we are ready to get back to it and open the 2nd period. Here comes the field goal unit as they'll try to get the 3. This whole place going to see if this kicker can operate in a sea of noise. The Fighting Irish called their first timeout. And they'll have 2 left to work with here in the 1st half. Now, the offense is still out there. They're taking a gamble here. They could come up empty by passing on the field goal here on 4th down. Carr to throw for it on 4th. It's dropped, and oh, what a tough way to end this drive. Desperately wanted to convert on 4th down, but couldn't do it. Grabbed over the middle. It's Jefferson. Nice gain on that play, but a little bit short of the 1st down. The Trojans want to pick up the tempo.
Well, the play fake on the RPO bought the receiver some time to work himself open on the route. That was a man-to-man coverage on the deep.
Makes the catch, and he's free. And they'll move the chains and get it to the 47-yard line.
Man, how nice is it to have such a playmaker that you can just dump it off to him, and you just get it to him, and he does the rest, and that's why they do this. They make sure they have a chart that they get this guy the football in space in different ways, and you see why. He chooses.
Intercepted. A first-half turnover can swing momentum. Oh, he was hoping to make something out of that return, but they'll have it 1st down at the 39. Here comes the Fighting Irish out to get this drive started. They've got it back after that last drive stalled out, and they were stopped on 4th down, David.
Yeah, and they put a little bit of a drive together, but, Jesse, they stalled on the other side of the field, and they...
Oh, he's got some space. Ripped off a huge chunk play on that one as he gets the 1st down before he steps out of bounds.
And this defense is figuring out early in this football game, man. They've got to be dialed in because this passing attack, it's lethal because they get it to their speedsters, and after the catch, they're really good. Got to tighten up that coverage and get those guys on the ground when they catch the football.
After the productive 1st down play, it's 2nd and 6. In the red area, it's Mobley, and he could not get loose on the run.
And that run really didn't go anywhere. And a lot of times we don't focus on it enough. But how important those 5 guys are up front. To get on those defensive linemen, to try to move them out of the way, to get a run game going, it squarely falls on the shoulder of those 5 offensive linemen.
On the move, it's Walton. Could be an alley. He'll be down at the 4-yard line after that terrific run. On 1st and goal, Notre Dame will try to get it in the end zone. They'll try to get it in with the run. And he breaks the play. Touchdown, Notre Dame! Follow the blockers. The offensive line will take you to the hallelujah land.
And I tell you what, most of the time, Reese, it requires a little bit of skill to find that hole and, slither through a little crack. That was not a crack. That was wide open. Didn't take a lot of vision because the blocking was outstanding.
From inside the 15, here comes the return. Probably needed to pick up an extra block or two, but as it is, he'll be stopped at the 28. Here comes the Trojan offense ready to go on the attack. It's a good thing to be charitable, Jesse, but I think the last couple of drives might be overdoing it a bit. There he goes! Across the 30 to the 35, and that's a gain of 6.
I love the play call there, and I love the run for a variety of reasons. Obviously, you're trying to settle your quarterback down after throwing 2 picks in the last 2 drives, but also you're able to generate a really nice game for this offense and make second and short so much easier, so much more manageable. It just allows your quarterback, too, to take a breath and exhale.
Able to work it to the 39-yard line, and that'll be a first down. And the legendary John McKay would be proud of the execution of the running game and picking up the first down.
Yeah, the basic principles of the run game, right? The easy stuff, the boring stuff, not fancy, not loved. Everybody likes points and all that other, stuff that goes with it. But you got to get the good running game. USC doing a good job early.
Halfway there on first down, it's 2nd and 5. Calls his own number. Drag down, but they'll move the sticks for a first down.
If I'm building an offense in today's football, it's not around a quarterback that can't run. I'm going to find an athlete that I can give the ball because defensively, it starts to limit your coverages. It starts to limit what I can do. It makes me play the quarterback every single play. Just makes your job as a defensive coordinator extremely hard.
Got enough for the first. Gets away from one. He's got space. Touchdown, Southern Cal. Once he got a step, it was all over, right to the house.
And I'm kind of surprised. That's his first rush of the football game, and they give him the football, and you see why this dude is a baller. Like, give him the ball, he can make people miss, and he can hit home runs, put points on the scoreboard really quickly. Jesse, 1 touch, 1 touchdown.
Yeah, and I think the offensive coordinator now is kind of hoping he probably scripted this game a little bit differently. He should have done it on the first drive. They didn't give him any touches, but he's now earned a lot more carries. You're going to see this guy get force-fed now the rest of the game after that run.
This drive will start from the 19-yard line. Carr. And that one's incomplete.
I know that one falls incomplete, but I love the idea of finding ways to get this running back the ball, right? You can hand it off to him. He's got really good hands. Already has a few catches in this game. I think you keep trying to leak him out of the backfield and let him take advantage of this defense throwing the ball.
Going for it all. And it slips through his fingers, incomplete. That would have been a huge gain if he could have squeezed it.
Well, this offense has gone his way early and often in this game. They've gotten into a nice rhythm. That time, though, the defense was expecting the throw going his way, and they put a really nice hit on him to force the incompletion.
He's going to come up about 5 yards short of the line to gain. Just 1 for 3 on 4th down today, but they'll try to move those chains with this play. 4th down, Carr. Right down the middle. Interception. You don't see him make that kind of mistake very often. He goes down after the short return, but what a play to get the football back.
And that's just excellent coverage. Man, cover one, nowhere to throw the football. Look at everybody playing man across the board, and you still got the safety in the middle of the field. Nobody open, and if I'm the QB, man, I don't need to force it. I don't force it in the tight windows if it's not there. He throws it, unfortunately, gets the interception. Bad decision by the QB there.
Plenty of distance between them and the sticks here on 2nd down. Gives it on the option. They'll knock him down for a loss of a couple.
And it's a great play by the defensive end. The most athletic players on the field play defensive end. Yes, you heard me, Jess, Reese. Exactly what I said. Great get off. Great job getting in the backfield, making the play.
Fakes to grab. Finds a crease at the 20. And he slipped through the crowd, and he'll house it. Touchdown, Trojans. Notre Dame will now use its second timeout. And they'll still have one in their pocket for what's left in this first half. The extra point is good, and they have a 9-point lead.
He does a really nice job getting the snap, getting the ball to his wide receiver in stride so he continue to run full speed and make all those yards after the catch and get all the way to the end zone.
Didn't find any crease in that kickoff coverage, and he'll be stopped at the 17. They'll get this drive going from the 17. Maybe a double pass. Bring in the heat. What a tackle in the backfield. He'll lose 6 on the play. Quick tempo, no huddle offense. Second down, clock's running. The Irish use their third and final timeout. And they won't be able to stop the clock again for the remainder of this half. They'll line up for a second down play. Here's C.J. Carr to throw. He's going to fire deep. And it goes through his hands. Oh, he had an explosive play right there for the taking, but couldn't reel it in.
And the offense clearly saying, we want to take those deep shots. We want to be aggressive. And I think that's a good strategy because it makes the defense really honor what you're going to do. And just missed a little bit, but I wouldn't be surprised if this offense finds a way to come back to some of those deep ones.
From the gun on third down, Carr fires to the right. Another incompletion on third down.
Well, the defense finally has figured it out. That was critical for their confidence because they had been scored on earlier. They'd given up a ton of yards. I think they understood the gravity of the situation. Third down, that was critical for them to get off the field, build momentum, build some confidence. Nice job that time by the defense.
On his way from around the 50. Not able to pop the big return, but they've got the ball back and ready to go with a fresh possession. This late in the half, here's the question. How aggressive will the play calling be? Taylor wants to throw. Williams open on the right side.
And a really nice job by the wide receiver. You run a drag route, find space. They're in zone coverage. They're not covering man-to-man. Find a little hole. Look at that QB. Y'all get on the same page. You could tell they were, and that's why they got the first down.
Wants to throw. He's working against the clock. Got it in the middle. It's Mosley. We've got a timeout in the waning seconds of the half. Maybe a chance to get off a couple more plays. And they'll send out the field goal unit. He'll try to put up the 3-ball from 43 yards away. No good. Could have stretched the lead out there, but guys, it's still sitting at 9. One more play before the teams head to the locker rooms. Throwing, Carr. They make the stop, and that is the end of the first half. And we are headed to halftime. Both squads headed into the locker room to make some adjustments. Gives us an opportunity to check in with Kevin Connors in our EA Sports College Football Studio Update.
Guys, it is my pleasure to welcome everyone into the Week 7 edition of the EA Sports College Football Update Show. We begin with a look in on Iowa State taking on the number 7 team, the Kansas Jayhawks. And it's the Cyclones with a statement victory here in a surprising result. Going into this game, they did not look like the better team.
Notre Dame has the ball and ready to get moving. Down 2 possessions to start this third quarter. They'd love to build some early momentum.
You ain't lying, because you only got so many possessions here in the second half, so now you're down. I got to maximize every single one, put your best plays together, start this drive off on a good note.
Yeah, it starts right here. Obviously, you can't get it all back on this drive, but you can create that momentum. You can create something special and some energy, but it's going to start with this offense here executing at a high level.
And I thought the game plan has been so good by this defense, man. They know exactly who his go-to guy is out wide, and they're doing a great job of mixing up coverage, taking that away. Listen, this QB doesn't have to go to, and that's why I think you look next. Who's your next best playmaker that can make something happen for you? Maybe go find him, because they're locked in on that star out wide.
And it's tough on the defense there. Third down, you're in zone coverage. Everybody's watching the quarterback, and you're trying to make a break on the ball, but he just got it out of his hands too quickly, and the throw was too accurate. Really nothing you can do there, and it's now a fresh set of downs.
Notre Dame ready to go with another first down. Here's Carr to throw. Snagged out of the air.
How nice is it in this offense to have your best receiver playing in the slot? You're matching him up against linebackers, against safeties, or nickel corners. Nickel corners are oftentimes the defense's third best cornerback. This guy is virtually uncoverable.
Finds his man. It's Graham. Offense on the move. A big play there. Gets it to the 30. Notre Dame right back to the line. Big play for the Irish there, reminiscent of a Tim Brown or Rocket Ismail.
Yeah, and I'm glad you used the reference in the last 30 years, Reese. You know, just trying to find playmakers at Notre Dame, and Michael Mayer, obviously, in the recent years, was a guy that you could really, really depend on. Trying to find those golden takes, those elite players out wide is something they've been missing over the last several years.
Oh, they dial up on second, and a long way to go. He breaks a tackle. They make the stop inside the 25, working closer to that red zone, a gain of 6. Line of scrimmage will be the 24.
And that's the problem with blitzing on defense. You live by the blitz, you die by the blitz. Defense dialed up the pressure, but the offense had a better play call. They ran it away from the blitz, and that's why they were able to be successful.
The give to the back. They'll knock him down for a loss of a couple.
And this defense has got to be jacked up, and they finally forced the fourth down, right? They've gotten a couple of first downs, got some things going, but I think it's decision time for this offense. And D's got to do it one more time, right? They've got to get another play, a big fourth down stop here to get some of that momentum and get the football back.
Notre Dame looking for this fourth down conversion. Carr to throw for it on fourth. Looking left. Big man has it. It's a first down and more. He's got enough, and they roll the dice on fourth down, and they keep the drive alive. We thought we might see some of this. They'll go to the Wildcat formation here. On the snap, it's Mobley. Doing damage on the ground as he runs it down to the 11-yard line. We thought we'd see a little Wildcat formation in this spot, and here it is. And he'll step into the end zone. Touchdown, Irish!
And the offense continues to run the football. The second rushing touchdown from the running back. The offensive line paving holes. Continue to feed this man the ball.
And the extra point is good. 75 yards on the touchdown drive, and it was punctuated by an 11-yard run for the score. From inside his own 15, looking for a crevice. Thought he might have had a little room for a second, but he'll be stopped at the 28. A pretty good job by the coverage unit. This Trojan offense is ready to go back to work. So after watching their defense immediately give up a touchdown drive here in the third quarter, they'll try to answer here. Turning it on! Got enough for the first. They bring him down, but the big play will move the sticks.
And
busting big runs like this, we always talk about the running backs, but it's the big boys up front, paving their lanes, those receivers gluing on those DBs that make these plays really go for big yardage.
And how about those receivers? Not just the glamour of catching passes, but doing some dirty work, too.
No doubt. When they get on those guys in the second level and get on those DBs, that's when you break those big, long runs.
They make the stop at the 37, but not before he's got 10 yards and the first down. Here's this offense with a fresh set of downs. Using his legs, it's Riley. He's going to lose a yard on that one.
And this team needs more of that, man. This is a really close football game, and you got to get these stops down the stretch and meet the physical challenge of this offense, and they do right there, man. And that's one step closer to getting this football back and maybe making this thing a football game.
Here comes the heat. That, friends, is a busted play. Incomplete.
Every quarterback in football at every level will see ghosts. If you hit him, if you make him uncomfortable and he knows you're coming time after time again, good things don't happen usually at the quarterback spot.
Remember, they missed a field goal on their last drive, but at the very least, they need to get back in field goal range here on third down. And that is interception number 3 on the day. He'll try to take it back. Past the 20. And he's going to take it all the way. Touchdown, Fighting Irish.
And this defense comes up with another big play, man. They get the pick six. They get the mistake. They've been flying all over the field, playing well with their hair on fire, Palmer, forcing some turnovers, really doing a good job of confusing this QB.
Yeah, and on offense for the quarterback, you've got to stop with the turnovers. Now, obviously, turnovers lose you games. When you allow defensive touchdowns, the analytics show you your losing probability goes way up. Right now, they'd be out comfortably ahead if he would just stop giving the football to the other team. They need to settle him down before he gets back out on the field.
They'll try to put something together, backed up a bit, starting at their own 30. Breaks into the open. The 50, the 40, at the 30. Smashes ahead. Touchdown, USC! And that one will put them up here in the second half.
If I'm a DC, I'm throwing my club. I'm throwing my hands up in the air. What do you want me to do? I mean, this is unbelievable, having a guy this dynamic at the quarterback spot that can take it 50-plus and make it look that easy. You stop it.
He'll be stopped short, and the two-point try goes awry, and this lead remains at 1. They'll try to follow that last touchdown with an onside kick. The Fighting Irish call their first timeout. And that will leave them with just 2 timeouts to use the rest of the way. And a few anxious moments, but the hands team is able to fall on it.
Yeah, and a great job by the receiving team. When you see the football kick, man, you got to be smart how fast it's coming, if I'm ready to catch it, if it needs to go to the next wave. Nice job being organized, seeing it, and executing well.
Carr. Caught behind the line. It's Mobley. The defense wouldn't let him loose there, and it was a completion, but they lost yardage.
I want to make sure I know where the playmakers are. And I can't let guys like this guy slip out of the backfield and make big plays against me. Good job being aware that they can throw the ball to the running back, closing space, and getting that fast dude on the ground.
Rushes on him, and he never had a chance. Midway point in the season, in games like this one can have a big impact on the rankings from week to week as we see upsets happen and favorites continuing to flex muscle. Here comes the fourth. Time to see who steps up, who makes the winning plays to take home that W. After swapping ends of the field, they gave him a little time to figure out how they'll open the final period here on third down. The Trojans decide to use their first timeout. They still have a couple of timeouts to work with in this final quarter. The Fighting Irish now with a third down play to open the final period. Here's C.J. Carr to throw. Unloads it downfield. Got it inside the 10. Touchdown, Fighting Irish. And they grab the advantage, taking the lead here in the fourth. The Irish punch back.
And that is phenomenal quarterbacking. Understanding right away, dude, you're going to bring pressure. I'm getting the ball to my playmaker right now. Let him do the rest. Let him glide into the end zone. Make me look really good. Good timing, good decision by the quarterback, getting it out quick.
Goes to the option. He just couldn't squirt his way in for the 2, and it's still a 5-point game here in the fourth quarter. He'll bring it back from inside his 5. Not a lot of space to be found. Good hustle by the coverage team, and they stop him at the 21. Here comes the USC offense to get this drive underway. So they just gave up the lead on that last touchdown drive. Oh, he's got some space. Stacked up after gaining a couple to the 23.
And the defense doing a great job committing to the run. When you commit to the run like this, obviously you can give up some plays in the passing game, but you got to stop the run first.
Picked up 2 yards on that last one. They need 8 on second down. The run inside. It's Miller. That is a big win for this defense as they were right there as soon as he got the ball.
And I'd go back to him again after that first carry, but the defense more ready. They're more alert, dialed into the running back. They're like, listen, we've given up one big play. All eyes on him. Nice job getting the guy on the ground.
If you can't win it all, you might as well try to ruin things for your rival, and that's exactly what we've got working here. And a missed opportunity on third down as the defense knocks it free, and fourth down is coming up.
Man, that is such great third down defense. Seeing the football, breaking on the football, knowing where he's at, because he's probably going to get the...
Wait just a minute, guys. The offense looks as if they're going for it in their own end. On fourth down, they're taking to the air. Rolling to the right, trying to make something happen. Makes the grab, got the conversion, and still going. He's got enough for the first down, and they roll the dice and convert to keep this drive going.
And that was a play they absolutely had to have. Fourth down by one possession. You've got to find a way. Someone's got to step up and make a play, and they did it right there. That is going to be huge for their confidence.
And he never had a chance. Just stopped cold as soon as he got it.
A lot of times you see these defenses, man, they pull the run blitzes. They understand the formations. It might be a run, play the percentages, and then you got to deal with the big defensive tackle.
Oh, the ball popped out. That's a way to mess up a drive. Defense has it. They're on the move. Got a little grass. Score!